Hi, I'm Ellen Gormley and welcome back to my channel. So my friend Haley had a great idea and it reminded me of these little rainbow rounds I made for my first book, Go Crochet Afghan Design Workbook. That this was the color wheel from the inside of the book. And she had talked about a holiday gift idea of those little cotton rounds that trendy people are using to wash their faces. And you can just throw them in the wash, like instead of a disposable cotton rounds to wash your face, that you could make some. Well, these are acrylic, so I don't suggest you use that, but these reminded me of, oh, we could totally do that. And it would be fun to make some cotton rounds, and I would probably use very washable colors, and then I would use very light cotton, and we could put it in a jar as a great holiday gift. Tie it with a ribbon, and there you have reusable, sustainable, wash your face rounds that are not disposable. So I took that concept and got some gorgeous teeny weeny super soft paint box cotton Aran yarn, and I'm going to take a teeny little hook. So Theo has joined me and helped me untangle the yarn here from the beginning, the middle of the skein, and I've grabbed a 7.5 hook or so, and this is a DK weight maybe yarn, pretty small but very soft and casual cotton. I would say even organic cotton would be a really great choice for this little gift idea. So we're going to start with 1, 2, 3 chains, and we'll place, I don't know, let's see how many double crochets will fit in the bottom, the third chain from the hook. So we're just going to make a flat round circle, and we're going to make the second round a little bit different. So I hope you are having a relaxing and valuable use of your time. I know crochet is that for me. Are you making any holiday gifts this year? I know by the time this video airs, Hanukkah is over. I think Hanukkah is over by the time this video airs, and the Christmas season is upon us. So we have so far, I'm going to skip this beginning chain 2 because I always like to hide that. So let's count the stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12 makes good sense for this little wash your face round. So instead of buying the little tube of cotton rounds to wash your face, or if you know someone who's into skin and beauty products, and you're buying endless amounts of those little things. Instead, let's make some. So I'm going to chain 1, and around the post of the first stitch, I am going to front post double crochet. I think it'll be really nice to have front post double crochets, post stitches on the right side of the fabric, and then a smoother not post stitches on the second side. So I did a front post double crochet around the stitch, and then I did a double crochet behind it in the same stitch. So we are going to front post double crochet and then double crochet in the same stitch. I'd like a little bit of texture on one side and less texture on the other side. That is my point for this, to give you a little bit of exfoliating when you wash your face. Then you could also throw, a nice mild earth-friendly soap in the jar if you want to do that, or just allow the person to have the facial cleaning products that they like, and you just provide this little organic cotton or regular cotton rounds to wash faces with, and they can throw them in the laundry. We could even make a little sack for them. Let me know if you'd like to do that below. If you'd in the comments below, let me know if you'd like to see me make like a sack that's like the shape of the jar, where you could throw the entire sack and the wash rounds all in one ball into the washing machine so that they don't get stuck in any hoses or get lost or snagged. And then you can store them that way also. So I think that this one was, I think the colored circles I showed you before, there's about 10 of them or so. So you could fill up a big jar with them, or you could do a little smaller jar like the baby jar. This one's not quite round enough in terms of diameter, but the small jar, and so cute for a holiday, quick, appreciated holiday gift for a person who loves to be pampered. So in one of my previous video classes that I did with a major publisher that is not on YouTube, I made what I called a spa cloth. It was like a washcloth or a dishcloth, only using organic cotton and one side having some texture to it to use on your face. So something very gentle. Now, if you wanted something more rugged to wash dishes with, then you can find all sorts of good kitchen cottons to do that with. And certainly you could scrub dishes with a little round as well, but I would probably save the softer, more organic cottons for faces and use the more durable, scratchier cottons for dishes, don't you think? So a little bit of exfoliating is probably a good thing, but a lot of exfoliating is not. So let's take good care of ourselves, shall we? Take good care of our skin. Okay, so I'm going all the way around with a front post double crochet in the stitch, and then working behind it, placing a double crochet in the same stitch until we get all the way around. We will have now 24 stitches. I don't even think I'm going to count since I'm sort of improvising this little pattern. This is similar to how I started the sunny spread. If you want to turn this into a blanket, there's a video for that. And it's similar in some ways to how I made the driftwood cap. Okay, so here we have some texture going on. I'm going to join the beginning of the circle with a slip stitch in the first stitch. There we go. So you could make it this tiny size, but that's for a tiny face. And I think if I was washing my face, I'd like it a little bit bigger than that. So let's keep going. I'm roughly shooting for the diameter of the jar, or if we make a bag, certainly we can make the bag whatever diameter we want. So we can make our facial rounds the size that we want, and because we can make the sack to match. Okay, so let's see. I'm chaining one because I don't really like to have a big gap and chain threes and stuff. What I'm going to do is front post double crochet around the front post double crochet. Then I'm going to double crochet behind it in the same stitch. And don't split the yarn, and double crochet in the next stitch. So we are now increasing. So I'm going to find the next stitch right here, the next front double crochet post, and front post double crochet around it, then work behind it, then work next to it. It feels kind of like dancing. It feels kind of like the box step. It's like over, forward, one step back, one step up, one step over, something like that. Okay, so the next stitch, we find the front post double crochet around it, behind it, and also next to it. Okay. What are your favorite crochet gifts to give? What do you make a lot of baby blankets? Do you make a lot of chemo caps? Do you make a lot of washcloths or spa cloths or dishcloths or the dish towel hot toppers? Or do you make things for charity? What are the things that you like to make for gifts? And do you usually have a budget for gifts? I tend to prefer to use things that are very machine washable when I'm giving it as gifts, because maybe people don't understand how to use wool and alpaca. And so I want to make sure that all my hard work is not lost in the wash, literally the first wash. So double crochet, front post double crochet around the front post, then behind it, then next to it. Okay. So we've got a little bit of texture on this side. We have less texture on this side, and that is just fine with me. So if they want a little bit of texture, they can use it. If they want something a little smoother, they can use that. And different spots might need different things, right? So, okay, behind it and next to it. So we're doing this all the way around. We'll now have at the end of this round 36 stitches. if you are following along. If you missed the last video, I made a little Christmas coaster for a coworker of mine for under her coffee mug for her desk. And so that was a fun little video. And I did improvise and kind of design as we go. And you can see the fun little twisty candy cane type edging around the edge of that little coaster doodad. And that was a super quick gift. And pair it with a mug and some hot chocolate, or a mug and some tea in a tea bag, or some little tea, I don't even know what the thing is called, the little metal ball for loose tea, the steeper thing. Please let me know in the comments below what that thing is called. But if you pair something like that with coffee or tea or some other drink accessory, I think that would be a great little gift. And my coworker certainly loved her little green spearmint candy cane coaster that I demonstrated on the channel 10 days ago or so. Okay, so we're almost all the way around. So front post double crochet in each front post double crochet, and then work behind it in the same stitch, and then work in the next stitch with a double crochet, so that when we are all the way around, we'll have 36. And this is a pretty good size for the jar. That's a great size for the jar. So it fits well in your hand, and it's just like if you were to use this part of your hand to wash your face, that would fit there, and you would just use this to wash your face. So I think I'm going to put an edging around this and call it done. And then I'll make some more, and I'll make several to fill the jar, and that'll be one gift. And I'll make as many as I can make in an evening, and then put a topper on there and a ribbon, and it is a gift that is good to go. Or I could just keep going with the yarn and make as many as I can with one ball of yarn and see how that turns out. I'm going to single crochet, chain one, and then single crochet in every stitch around. I think there's plenty of stitches. I don't think this will pucker if I do that. Now remember, this is cotton yarn, and so I'm not sure how it would do in the laundry in terms of shrinking. It might shrink just a little bit. So you might want to make a set for yourself and give it a try, or don't. Worst case, if it shrinks a little bit, it's not the end of the world. I'm just single crocheting in every stitch all the way around. I'm using the jar to hold my yarn as we go so that Theo can't take it. So hey, that comes in handy, doesn't it? So cute. So a little wagon wheel. Pair it with some pretty soap, or don't. Add it to a jar, or don't. Let me know if you want me to make a bag for them to go in so that you can throw all of the rounds in the bag when they're used, and throw the whole thing in the laundry so that they don't get sucked up into a tube or lost in sheets or something in the dryer. I think I finally discovered the where does the lost sock go. So I think socks get caught in the pockets of sheets when they're going through the dryer. I don't know if they get static and they stay on the inside of the dryer, and then the next load is sheets, and then next thing you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're like, what is this in my sheets? And it's like, oh, it's a random sock. Okay, so cute. Okay, so that is our little cotton round. I'm going to join with a slip stitch and pull through and cut the tail, or I'll do an invisible join by cutting the tail and weaving it through. Weaving all the ends in nice and securely, because this hopefully is going to get laundered a lot. Hopefully it'll get used a lot. I love it when gifts that I make are used. It just makes my heart happy. So do a little invisible join here, and then weave in the end, and keep going and make at least 7. One for each day of the week. And then you have your little wash your face rounds, assemble it in a jar, tie a ribbon on it, and you have a quick little gift, sustainable, friendly gift for someone you love. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.